Hello, Namaskar, and a very good evening to all the viewers watching NCRT's live interactive program. I'm Simran Singh, and you have all connected with us through eVIDYA channel number 6 to 12. Besides this, there are so many different mediums through which you can all connect with us and you can participate in the different live conversations that we keep on conducting throughout the day for all of you. And once again, a very warm welcome to all of you in our online webinar where we are going to discuss about a special topic. It is our online webinar on cyber safety and security, and the topic would be phishing, wishing and smishing, also discussing about the key concepts and the protective measures associated with it. So, we all know that we are consuming digital space in one or the other way, and in today's era in this digital space, we are bombarded with content or information from all walks of life, from almost everywhere. So, it becomes very important to be more aware about our cyber security and also the different kind of cyber threats that we might face in the online or the digital space. So, providing us more insights into the conversation, we have our guest from the online modality. Allow me to join with you and also connecting with us. We have with us Ms. Chandani Agrawal ji. Namaskar, ma'am.
Namaskar.
A very warm welcome to you. Ma'am is the head of computer department from Maharaja Agrasen Model School, Pritampura. And viewers, in this conversation, you all know that if you have any of the queries, you can feel free to connect with us through this contact number that's flashing on your screens. It is 8800440559, and you can always reach out to us through our different mail IDs. One of them is right there on your screen. It is training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. So, let's begin the conversation, and ma'am, in the first place, Chandni ma'am, I'll request you to please share more insights on what are we going to discuss today and why this topic matters so much.
Thank you, ma'am. So let's begin with this talk, a very, very important and relevant talk today. So, if we see, we are surrounded with so many social engineering media attacks, and this is very, very common. And what we are discussing is one of the social engineering attack is the phishing, wishing, and smishing. So let's see what is new now. Because with the advent of net, with the advent of our increasing transactions with this, and most of the relevant point is after COVID, we are into a trap always. So we can't avoid the things which are surrounding us, but yes, if we are aware, at least we can get rid of or we can get prevention out of it. Like for any disease, we take any prevention first. In the same way, if we take prevention and if we are vigilant, we can be, we cannot be a victim for it. So if we talk about the social engineering attack, how it takes place. First, the attacker targets a victim, then earn their trust. Then after that, when they gain their trust, they are breaking security practices or stealing their information. So they work on 6 basic principles. One is the authority and trust, where the attacker poses as an authority figure. It's a trustworthy male or the person. Then consensus and social proof, where peer pressure forces someone to commit an action. After that, the scarcity, the idea that a victim will miss out if they don't act. Urgency, they will show you the urgency. And familiarity and liking, convincing victims to perform certain actions, and faking attractions. And now Instagram and everyone where we can see this very easily. So our session will be of such kind of talk, such kind of examples, and how we can prevent from all these things. So if I show you on the screen cybercrime statistics 2024, the projected cost will be around 10.5 trillion is the projected cost of cyber crimes by 2025. And the cost of crypto crime will be annually $30 billion. $1.5 trillion amount earned by cyber criminals for cybercrime activities yearly. Whereas 5.09 million is the highest cost of data breach in USA in 2023. And $265 billion is the estimated annual cost of ransomware to victims by 2031. 2.7 billion hours is the total time spent resolving cybercrimes. That is average 7 hours daily. And if you see, 80% of cybercrimes are phishing attacks. This is a big number and it is a global problem. It's not a national problem, it's not a personal problem, it is a global problem. And crime rate is increasing day by day. If we see this 2023 Internet Crime Report, latest one on March 27, 2024, it says that phishing and spoofing was a top crime reported, and investment scams were the most financially damaging. If you see around you, you will find so many victims. Whether it is a small amount crime, whether it is a purchasing a product, purchasing a wrong product, stealing out all the details. Now the stealing details are so easy because we are carrying all the time our mobile phone and the data science is so much powerful. With the help of deep learning, it takes our voice, analyzes, and it acts. So many spam calls we are getting, and they seems to be from authentic number. So what kind of data do criminals want from victims? Is the credit card details, where they can ask for account numbers and pins, social security numbers like Aadhaar card, passport number, etc., birthdays and anniversaries, username and password, and passport numbers. So this is one of the example which we see almost on regular basis. But once we have any kind of loss, then we see, yes, this is a problem. If we talk or if we see the cases which are reported in on cybercrime portal or in as an FIR, or some things are gone unreported. Like you can see, it's written सिम अचानक बंद हो गई, ऐसा लगा नेटवर्क में प्रॉब्लम है. So Jaipur, in one of the CF firm, the network was lost suddenly as their SIM was being accessed somewhere and they have lost a big amount. Similarly, one is the Baimir Baltara area. From their BSNL SIM on 19th February, the internet was stopped from their SIM and they have lost 30 lakh rupees. Similarly, for electricity bill and accordingly people they start paying. So they are finding new modus operandi to take out the money from the user, to take out their identity from the user. So such kind of messages on WhatsApp we see regularly. Like Indian Postal Government subsidies, Barbecue Nation is celebrating, and like this +1206 prefix numbers are giving urgent delivery from, and they are showing some authentic sites. So in this way they are showing you the trustworthy things.
And ma'am,
So
in this case, sometimes what happens is the information or the kind of calls that we receive on the other end, they seems to be so authentic and real. We are not able to make a difference. So ma'am, what can be done in case if we want to check out the legitimacy of the phone calls that we receive and also asking for our personal data, maybe trying to pretend that they are from the banks or the place where we have invested our money?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, whenever they find any link which they don't find it is illegitimate, like suppose we got a short URL like this, so they can hover on it and they can check. Sometimes at the end some encrypted characters are given. So they should not click the link unknowingly, and if it seems to be fishy, they should not click on it. Even they have to type on. Suppose in my coming slides, I'll show you the example how a character can be different. The appearance of K and small k can be different. So they should see the red flags. Sometimes the user calls you again and again, showing the urgency, like here, urgent notification. And when people are not aware of it, they just fall into their trap and click on the link or pick their call and respond them. So they have to see the authenticity of link, authenticity of site, and the message. If they are getting some message from bank, they should call the bank. Have they sent them any message? Are they sending a person to pick something, or they are asking something? So they can call the authentic place to just verify the things.
All right. We can continue with the discussion.
Yes, ma'am. So one of example we can see here. This is a real chat of a person submitted to me. So I have hidden the details of the person. So that person is talking like a known person. After that, he is asking for money. If you can phone pay or Google pay, but that person the person who is talking to them. So in the last, if you see, 10,000 he is asking, no phone pay nahi hai. So Paytm pay etc. I don't use. 5 minutes mein batao. Then he called the person who was asking the money, and he found no one is asking money. This is a phishing attack on him. So with a little awareness, that person has saved his money and saved the identity. So whenever you are fall into any kind of such kind of trap, you can ask the person, you can call the person whether you have asked money, do you in need of money, then you can find out the real or phishing attack. So fake hai, and now he has sent the actual person, actual conversation to the person, like, hi Rajesh ji, someone had created your fake ID, he was demanding money, please alert your friends, thanks. आपकी फोटो लगी है उसकी डीपी में, फेक है, प्लीज डोंट सेंड मनी. सो नाउ पीपल आर क्रिएटिंग फेक आईडीज. They are just finding the person who is friend of that, and then they are asking money to, for borrow and demanding money. If no people is alert, they can take money from them, and so many cases happen like this. So this is the new scam, new technology, latest technology, deep fake. And so many of us have learned, seen on the videos and all. So this technology is used to create a fake video where the person looks like real. This is a new technique, deep learning, where a face can be replaced by the original face. Even rest of the things are generated. Your face is placed at all over the video, all over the photographs, and if you have your voice clip, even a 2-second voice clip and one image is enough to create deepfake. Deepfake means it's a deep learning and your face looks like real. You can see this photograph. Now this face is placed in this. Now no one can judge whether this video is fake or real. Now people are giving WhatsApp video calls now to ask money, showing urgency that this my friend is met with accident, mom, I want money. Now 2-second voice clip is there. It is not difficult to replace the text. Text is given to the application and voice is replaced in all over the video. And it looks like real. Video call is made on the number instead of smishing. And the person, they fall into trap. Now, the aware ones are calling their dear ones, are you calling me? Then they come to know it's a fake call. So this is a new concept of phishing attack which everyone should know. Now we will see what is basically phishing. You see the person sitting at the sea and finding out the fishes. From here this word comes, phishing attack. This is attempt to steal money or your identity which is used to reveal your personal information such as credit card numbers, bank information, passwords. Cyber criminals typically pretend to be reputable companies, friends, or acquaintances in a fake message which contains a link to a phishing website. So generally they create fake emails that appear to come someone you trust such as bank, credit card company, or a popular website. They try to mimic into giving away some sensitive information such as your username, credit card details, and they also may try to get you to inadvertently into malicious attacks. So, this is one example of phishing mail where you can see links to unrecognized sites. If you hover this, hover means you just take a link, you take your mouse pointer to the link, it will show you the address. Now type that address. If you type, then you can write the correct one. For example, in this mail, if A is written wrong, then you can find out A is written as acrylic character. And you can see inform, spelling of inform is wrong, spelling of account is wrong, and the mail is looking like a generic greeting, but it contains spelling and grammar mistakes. Links to unrecognized sites is given, or slightly misspelled sites.
And ma'am,
Threats or
sometimes if we have subscribed any say shopping application, so what happens is they used to send so many emails in case of any maybe discounts, coupons or festive season. So how to recognize that these are phishing mails and these are the real ones? How to make that kind of difference?
yes, ma'am. So that is I am telling that there are certain red flags. The best way to get saved from phishing is, first of all, avoid unsolicited mails like spam mails and see the subject. If you have opened a mail, don't click on the link and read the mail before you act upon it. So you will find this such kind of mails are containing these all things like wrong spelling and grammar, and toll free numbers are also given and they don't match with the known numbers. So certain things are there in the mail only, and we can see that mail very sensitively, very carefully, and then we can act upon. Sometimes what happens, the correct mail also goes to spam mail. All mails are not spam. Sometimes we are sending bulk mail that goes to spam. But Google, Gmail or other mail providers are so intelligent now, they block now they are trying to block these kind of phishing attacks because they analyze on text data and then act upon. So the best way is to see this very carefully and don't click on link, rather type the link. Mostly they contains the attachment, like such kind of attachment which gets downloaded and attack the system. So this is deployment of phishing attack. How it acts: send out thousands of phishing email with link to fake website. Victim click on link in email believing it is legitimate. They enter personal information. Fraudsters compile the stolen data, sell it online or use it themselves, fraudster, and build fake site. And this is a circle going on. Ma'am, I asked you one question now.
Yes, sure. Our
Yeah, ma'am.
viewers might also
So
respond to
we are,
that.
yeah, ma'am. So we are on Instagram scrolling the sites.
Yes.
Like these days, we are watching some advertisements
Okay.
which are giving us wonderful offers.
Hmm.
Get two, get three free. And during winter, people are using their covers to, like in the shrink bags. So people are ordering that. And these sites are fake sites. We
Hmm.
pay the payment and we are not getting the product or getting the empty box
I
in
think
place of
that is
product.
something that has actually happened over this digital era with almost every second person.
Yeah. So these kind of phishing attacks are very new these days, and for makeup sites I have seen. So they ask get 1 rupee lipstick and of brand.
Yes.
So what we do, we give our information, we give our phone number where
Hmm.
they are sending OTP. We are giving address where they are sending our product, and they are showing it's free. Just enter your credit card number detail. Sometimes for software also they ask credit card number, and this is trial period for 10 days, but what they do with this data, they sell it online. So in this way this deployment of phishing attack works, and due to social media engagement it is on hike now. Kitchen products, if you see carefully, you are getting so many sites which are selling this data. So we have to, for that website, we can see the reviews. We can check that their website, because they don't have any website where you can return. So we can order for Amazon, Flipkart, the known sites. So if you talk surround you, you will find 2 out of 10 who are victim of such kind of purchase. Either they are getting wrong product or they are not getting product because they have already paid the payment. So for example, they are giving 5,000 rupees product in 800 rupees. But your 800 rupees gone, your data gone, and you will not get product.
Yes.
So cyber criminals are fishers. There are two type of phishing. One is phishing, one is spear phishing. Now phishing is a broad automatic attack that is commonly sent to every in the terms of spam mails. Spear phishing is customized attack where they target a specified employee or a company. Now how it works? They identify a target. How we become a target? How uh, we become a target, like we are giving our information all the time through our mobile phone, number one. Number two, we are we are registering ourselves on so many e-commerce sites, software sites. Daily we are having our uh, grocery like Zepto, Country Delight, Big Basket, so many companies, you know, ma'am. Now what happened? They have tons of data, and there is one link where we can check that our data is compromised or not. And these companies later on sell their data, but we don't have any control, because if we need any grocery or any regular thing, we have to give our information. But how we can be safe from all these kind of threats that we are going to talk in the coming slides. So first they identify a target, then send the mail or the WhatsApp message. Victim opens the email containing malware. Now this malware can be in the form of file or in the form of link. Hacker gains access to steal the data. Once they have access of our system, then everything is gone. This is one of the example of mail. phishing, it's a common mail with warm regards help desk. In Spear, it's a targeted mail to Alex. Now, what he will get in the instructions enclosed, if we go through that instructions, definitely he is going to fall into trap. Okay, now how to identify? This you have asked me. Verify the sender email address, then verify the URL by hovering over it. Call or text the sender to verify. So this is one of the method if you have doubt on any kind of link or the mail. If you see, ma'am, I think you cannot point out any difference between these two screens. But here
Yes.
one is the phishing screen and one is the original screen of Facebook.
And how do you come to know that?
Ma'am, if you carefully see the letter K in the bottom slide, bottom image, here, if you see this K and this K is different. Now, how we can get saved? We can type facebook.com. Definitely, sometimes a link is coming. You have seen on your Facebook Messenger. We are getting requests from our friends. You are in this video, click here. Few days back, to all the friends, automatically a message is coming to us. Click here, you are in the video. When we click, it may divert us to the phishing site. So that's why we ask that either type it or verify it. Once you hover it, you will see what is written. So these are real looking things. And the second difference is the Facebook and Facebook. If you see the structure of this image and this image is different. A small difference, but this is different from the up image. Sign up and sign up structure. So these are small font difference which you can find out, and don't click on that link. So these are some prevention tips. Never give out personal or sensitive information on email request. Don't trust links or attachment in unsolicited mail. Hover over links in email messages to verify a link's actual destination, and even if the link comes from a trusted website. Type in website address rather than using links from that mail. Be suspicious of phone numbers in email. Use a phone number found on your card or statement on a trust directory instead. So ma'am, this was phishing. Now new attack is smishing, and the top of them, the card is vishing. Okay, now smishing is another type of act where SMS text is used to mislead the victims into providing sensitive information like shift. When you have got such kind of messages, definitely any person can click and they can ask your phone number, they can ask your address, anything. But this happens with the help of messages. Now, how these things are working, if you see on our WhatsApp or on messages, we get such kind of messages that send it to 10 people and 4 group. You will get 2 lipsticks free. Send it on to these many people, these many groups. You are going to get barbecue nation dinner free. And we send the data. The moment we send the information, we click the link, our information is gone. Because it takes us on the link where we are giving our information. And that information is they are stealing and then they are selling it. So how this works? Attacker distributes mobile content with malicious malicious attachment to target user, and then target user fails to understand the social engineering attack and they click on. Even I have seen my friends are sending message to school groups, to personal people, and they click and no one is getting anything. Just they are sending their data out. Then we have targeted users. They click and their mobile device is compromised. After that, malware is installed on the target device that is used to gain access to additional system on internal network. Data is stolen from compromised machines and user sensitive data is exploited by attacker for further attacks. And the things I've seen, if any spyware is installed in the system, your all passwords are gone. Your every activity is recorded and then finally you can lose out your all money. You can lose out your identity and then what is left with. So this is again one example and coming from USB bank, from Apple support. Now, how to spot whether you have got smishing attack? Is the message urgent and require me to click on a link immediately? Have I previously set up this type of notification? If you are getting certain notification, like for example, I have account in some ABC bank and I am getting information, I am getting notifications from a bank where I don't have any account. So I can check that. Does the short URL in the message looks like it's a message from my bank? Again, you have to verify the short URL. When you click on short URL, you will see the long URL. Then find the correctness of that URL. Should the bank be requesting me to log on to an unsecured web link? And check HTTP and HTTPS also. I have already registered my account and my bank knows my identity. Why they text me to update my account? And in case, if bank asks, it sends you email or they call your relationship manager calls you. So the main threat is of our money basically. So in this way, we can spot smishing attack and get, again, with the little awareness, we can be saved.
And ma'am, we also know that we have been seeing and looking at the fact that passwords, they play a huge role when it comes to any sort of cyber crime or cyber threat that has been practiced against us. And sometimes what happens is, because we tend to forget passwords for different websites, we jot them down somewhere. And it's also said that not to write the passwords, or maybe not to even use them on your maybe WhatsApp or somewhere else that can be hacked. So how to create a strong password, that's the first thing. And why is it important to keep updating the password regularly?
Yeah. Ma'am, like when we enter some passwords, generally the common people, they put their password with their spouse name, their birthdays, and their children name, the things which almost their close ones knows. The first thing, the password should be changed regularly. Second thing, we should not have a same password for all the sites. Even if you are trying something, don't put that password which you have used in your like banking password or an email password. Don't use that password, first of all. Secondly, the strong password contains a mixture of characters, capital letters, small letter, like in place of S, you can use dollar. In place of one, you can use exclamatory sign. Even banking sites are so smart now, they stop you if you are using your previous password. So, number one, change password regularly. Don't have same password for all the sites. Don't use very close information like birthdays, your house number, your spouse name, spouse birthday as a password. And fourth, the main one, whenever you are downloading any app, or you are using any software link, you are signing up to any kind of site, don't use the email ID which you use mainly. Don't use the password which you have already set for your business site, your personal email IDs, or your banking information. So, ma'am, I think I have given your answer.
Of course, and also that has been a constant question from many of our viewers as well. So I think that we
Yeah,
are all going to take care of these different aspects mentioned by you. Thank you. We can continue with the discussion.
yeah, ma'am. So, the best thing is don't respond to these messages which ask you private or financial information. If it appears from your bank, just call the bank and ask. And beware of the suspicious numbers. Nowadays, we are getting so many calls which looks like, I mean, we can directly see it's a +1, starting from +1 800 like this, and we can immediately block them. So, secondly, there is no urgency of such kind of text message. If there is any kind of urgency, the people may call you. Never call a phone number from unknown texter. So these are online offers I have discussed. This I have already discussed. A recent case I just encountered from one of my friend, and that is done with the senior citizen, that is a retired one. So they have got some Hindustan Times link. They have clicked on the link, and they communicate with the person on telephone also. They called on that number, and the person guided them each and everything, asked their OTP information, bank detail number, showing that they have won something. They have got the prize, and within 10 minutes they have lost 10 lakhs of their complete life saving, because he was a retired person and left with zero money. Because that person asked them, ki, sir, you have got a text, write down here 5 times 9. And he lost his entire money and nothing left with him. Even if they report, they are not going to get their money back. It's not sure that they get money back, because the criminals, they use what they use, dynamic addresses. Their amount gets transferred in different banks within a fraction of seconds. So these are some red flags which we should learn. Tweaked website or email ID of the sender. This you have to check. No genuine website would ask you to share the link with your contacts. Impersonalized generic messages. Messages with spelling and punctuation mistakes. Requesting unrelated personal details. Can sound too good to be true. And fake reviews you can see on the fake website link. So then avoid searching customer care numbers. This again, I have encountered one scam. A person was watching for the customer care numbers on Google, and he got trapped into the fake site and lost money again. Never believe the gift offers, messages, or emails which are usually used by bait by cyber fraudsters, because we are in greed of always taking, say, nothing comes free. Where the things are free, you are the product. So nothing is free. They just show you some offers or emails taking your sensitive information. This I have told, immediately block the number and report against such fake offers. Only visit authorized company sites. Never share your personal information or financial information like credit card details, debit card details. Never click on unknown links or download unauthorized apps. Install genuine antivirus. What happened in Like we search free antivirus and we never want to pay money for any software. So once we are installing free antivirus, we are already inviting virus. So always have genuine antivirus on the digital device.
And
Don't
sometimes, ma'am,
forget.
there are many people who might not feel very confident in judging something. For example, if there's a phishing scam, or if there's a text message that have been scammed, a person might not be that techno savvy to judge out the fact that this has been actually impersonated or done, so that they can be a part of cyber crime. So, how to go with that, and what are certain tips or suggestions that we should provide to these people?
Yeah, ma'am. The best thing is awareness and having like campaigns or telling the basically the base. Almost everyone is in this trap if we are not watching anything carefully. So the best thing is awareness, and I must appreciate the wonderful initiative you all NCRT is taking to for the awareness of such kind of scams. So these all are pointers which I am discussing is only the way how we can be saved. Like if we are going on a road where is so much of risk of falling, so we put our foot very carefully. In the same way, here we have to move very, very carefully by not clicking on any link in terms of greed or in terms of curiosity.
All right, we will take care of that.
So these are again few stay alerts. Lottery winning messages are coming, and during KBC, so many messages are coming for they have won the KBC and online. So share your bank details where they can transfer money. So people out of greed they fall into that trap, and the people they want to go to KBC and they have shared their bank details, and after that they have shared their OTPs and all, and again their money has lost. So these are the points where they know a normal person can be trapped. So these are phishing attacks that I have just discussed. The person has shared card details, shared the OTP, and he has lost his 10 lakh rupees. Now he is with the zero money for his entire life. There is one movie also, Jamtara. This is the India's fishing paradise. I have seen this movie. There is nothing to have, nothing is there, but they are sitting on trees, have a network and calling people. They have a big scam, calling people, asking for their CVV code and imitating the girl's voice. First they target the person. Then they call that person. And the person fall into trap and again they lose their money. So if we see that wishing follows the familiar social engineering setup, attacker creates a scenario to prey on human emotions, commonly greed or fear, and convinces the victim to disclose sensitive information like credit card numbers or passwords. In that sense, phishing technique mirror the phishing scams that have been around. These are old, but in phishing, they're more likely to trust a human voice. Like I have told you, now deepfake technology is giving voice, real voice, and it looks like real. Then people, they due to emotion, they don't ask, and immediately they transfer money. So in plain type of phishing, fraudster calls the victim pretending to be bank by implying urgency and authority, sways the user to share the credentials or any other incoming second form of authentication. So this is normal phishing. But if we see the sophisticated phishing, Fraudster calls the victim pretending to be the bank. Then they instruct the victim to install TeamViewer. He may ask for other credentials or other things while controlling your device. And the fraudster has all the control to steal the money. And you have asked rightly, the people, they don't have so much of information, so much of awareness, and definitely they feel everything is fine, everything is okay. But this is urgent need to aware everyone that this is not okay. They have to double authenticate. They have to ask before giving before giving their information to any unknown person.
And ma'am, in the conversation, we have the last 5 to 6 minutes left. So very quickly, I'll request you to please take us
Yeah,
through the different
yes, ma'am.
dynamics.
So we have already discussed in detail different type of phishing techniques. So this is one of the technique, word dialing, where they pretend the call is answered. You have experienced a call comes, the moment you say hello, they start speaking. The automatic call starts when you say hello. And sometimes such kind of calls, they disturb us. Loan calls. So robocalls are coming like this. Then VoIP again with a number prefix 1800. Caller ID spoofing and the dumpster diving. Dumpster diving is they collect valid phone numbers, digging through dumpsters behind banks, office building, random organization. Now, how it happens? Like we have some phone numbers, we have lost our phone, we are not using any phone number anymore. So dumpster diving, they collect the phone numbers, valid phone numbers, and they use it for the phishing. Now, how to get prevention? Be helpful but defensive. Don't panic. Be vigilant. And you can say no to that person.
Ma'am, due to paucity of time, I'll have to request you to please conclude your words.
Okay, ma'am. So treat urgency as a red flag. Don't give out valuable information over the phone. So this is few sites where you can see that your email ID is compromised or not, or your file is containing virus. So for parents, they should teach password and privacy, monitor and communicate, protect identity and location, and use secure Wi-Fi, utilizing parental controls also. So these are some tips for students. Avoid sharing personal information, use virus protection, and keep software up to date. Be on guard for phishing and be careful what you click. These are 5 top tips for teachers. Encrypt your data, comply with the institution's cyber protocols, safeguard your devices from physical attacks, back up your data, and practice good password management. So this is the portal cybercrime.gov.in, where we can report our emails, we can report all the crimes, and we have to give FIR to the cyber cell, to the nearest police station. So in this way we can get safeguard if we are victim of any crime, but all of the top awareness is the key to get prevented from any kind of victimization. Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. Ma'am, thank you so much for connecting with us, for your time and the valuable insights that you have shared with us. And very rightly pointed out by you that this is the high time we need to discuss about the different forms of cyber threats or the attacks that we might face as an individual, collectively, as an organization, as a whole, as a society as well. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you to all the viewers for joining with us in this particular conversation. Well, this was our online webinar on cyber safety and security, where we bring a lot of information related to cyberspace and how you can actually prevent yourself from being a victim of any of the cyber crimes or cyber threats. And also, viewers, we keep on saying and repeating the different procedures and the steps that you can take in order to be more safe and cyber secure. Thank you once again for connecting with us. This is a wrap up for our online webinar for cyber safety and security. And next up, we have our program of Sahyog, where we try to provide guidance for mental well-being and psychosocial support to all the viewers who keep on connecting with us. The topic that we are going to discuss in our next program is very important. It's about emotional resilience. So what is emotional resilience? Why is it so important in our life, and of course for our students as well? So for that, you need to watch our next program. So stay connected for the live program. Namaskar.